Top 10 NBA shooting guards, 5-1, 2016 edition.
Number 5, Devin Booker, age 21. So he's already number 5. I mean, that just goes to show what he's doing is outstanding. And the fact that he's only 21 and he's number 5 already, he's got a bright future for sure, as a part of not just even a Phoenix Sun, just as a whole of a person. He's going to be a fantastic shooting guard. He's going to be a fantastic player for many, many years to come. I loved watching him out there in Kentucky. I'm telling you, I think he was fantastic out there. It was fun to watch him a part of that Kentucky team. You know, he had the ability to play with Cat and all them. So I mean, you know, it was a pretty decently talented team, and a lot of players from that team did get drafted. Devin Booker, one of the guys that he just has it, you know, and he's been doing such a great job. Right now, he's doing a pretty good job. This past year, definitely improved since got more minutes in and started playing more. He's got 3 years, $7.5 million left, so that's left in his contract. He'll be free agent at 24, so it's crazy because if he continues the way he goes, he can be one of those guys that at the end can really get a super large contract if he continues the route he's going, which is being the best that he can be. Now, for Devin Booker, let's take a look at his stats from last year. First of all, 78 games played, 78 started. He had 35 minutes. He also had a 42.3 field goal percentage, a 36.3 3-point percentage, and an 83.2 free throw percentage with 3.2 rebounds a game, 3.4 assists, 0.3 blocks, 0.9 steals, about 3.1 personal fouls, and 22.1 points per game. So again, regular season-wise, would I say that he was balling his ass off? No. I feel like he's still got a long ways to go, but for a young kid to put up what he's doing right now, that's pretty impressive, and I think people should just realize that, so yeah, again, no postseason, so that's pretty rough. Again, he's been, this is pretty much his third year, pretty much, in the league. So he wasn't on the all rookie first team his first year, but no major award. He will definitely be taking over the game at some point. I definitely believe in my heart that Devin Booker will be an MVP at some point. He's just got that skill level. He's fantastic, and he's going to be deadly in the future. So, number 4, CJ McCollum, age of 26, Portland Trailblazers shooting guard. Whether you want to call him as a sidekick of Damian Lillard, those are the best, in my opinion, 1-2 punches, guard-wise. Starting guards in the league. I think McCollum and Lillard are fantastic. They definitely compete with Beal and Wall and the Curry and Thompsons, and they are very great at scoring, and they are pretty good defensively, particularly stealing and stuff like that. Obviously, they need more help if they want to go farther. If the Blazers want to be better, they definitely need more help. McCollum and Lillard can't do everything, which they practically pretty much did to save the Blazers' season. Again, Nurkic was pretty great, but you're looking at Lillard and McCollum were the ones that stepped in and started to deliver some really, powerful numbers in there, started scoring for them, started doing whatever they could to get to the playoffs. Unfortunately, it doesn't work when you're playing a Golden State Warriors team. We already knew they were going to win, but I expected, if the Blazers had a little more, I would definitely expect a more competitive series. It's just McCollum, Lillard can't do it with just 2 guys. So, but McCollum, though, fantastic player. Looking at what he's done, first of all, 26, definitely, it took him 2 years, 2 years to kind of figure out himself, and then 2015, boom, he figured it out. And he's going to get even better. Right now, he's definitely a lot better than last year. So I think he's definitely trying to improve his game. He's trying to be a better rebounder, be a better passer. But he is a shooting guard for a reason. Like he's got that intangible there. And there's a reason why he's won the NBA's most improved player back in 2016. This past year, he won the NBA free throw percentage leader. So yeah, he's a great shooter. That's all I can tell you. He's a fantastic shooter. He's gifted. Just needs to improve on some other intangibles. But other than that, fantastic shooter. Let's take a look at what he's got. Right now, they signed him to a 4-year, $106.6 million contract. So he will be there till he is 30. So we'll see how that goes, unless being traded. But I would love to see Lillard and McCollum there for a while, for sure. Now, McCollum, this past year, looking at him playing 80 games and starting 80 games, being able to have 35 minutes a game. He had a 48 field goal percentage. He had a 42.1 3-point percentage. He had a 91.2 free throw percentage. So, yeah, fantastic. Along with 3.6 rebounds a game, 3.6 assists, 0.5 blocks, 0.9 steals, about 2.5 personal fouls, and 23 points per game in the regular season. In the postseason, different story. The 4 games that they played, looking at 35 minutes a game that he played, he was able to get 40% from field goal, a 50% three-pointer, and 93.8% from the free throw line. So fantastic, along with 6 rebounds, an assist, 0.5 blocks, 1 steal a game, 2.5 points personal foul, and 22.5 points per game. So this is a guy that can do a lot. I just think that he just needs to keep improving. He needs to get better, and but he is one of the top in the NBA right now. Just these next 3 are just, they've already established themselves as being elite. McCollum, Booker still got some ways to go. So number 3, Klay Thompson, age 27. So overall, Klay Thompson, fantastic player. In my opinion, best two-way guard, in my opinion, in the league. A guy that can defend pretty much the best guard on the opposite team. Definitely takes pressure off of Steph. Definitely is an X factor. Definitely a guy that people don't really pay attention much to, but really can play ball for sure, right? I just don't know how he would do if he were to leave the Warriors. Would he be the same exact player as he is without a KD, without a Draymond, without an Andre, without a Steph, without a Sean Livingston, like without a Golden State team, right? Could he carry a team to an NBA championship? That's what I want to know. So, in my honest opinion, that's a question that could be debated, you know? And I think he's awesome. There are 2 better guys, in my opinion, that are better than him as of right now, because they've shown that they can pretty much succeed with limited players, you know? Definitely every team has pretty good players, but, like, you know, the other 2 don't have as much help, I guess you can say. They have been critiqued a lot, those other 2 as well, so don't get me wrong, but I just think that they've shown the capability of leading a team, you know? For Klay, again, like I said, like, I would like to see that. Definitely, like I said, he doesn't have much pressure. He doesn't really get the ball as much, in my opinion. But I don't think he cares about. I think he cares more about winning, which is great. But that's going to kind of sacrifice your entire standing of how great of a guard you are, or your ranking in any position. And right now he's got a 2-year, $34.38 million contract left. So we'll see where he goes, if he's going to leave at the age of 29 or if he's going to stay. We'll see. Again, a 2-time champ. He got an All-Star this past year. So, yeah, he's seen some good stuff for sure. And looking at him as a whole during the regular season, if you look at it, played in 78 games and started 78. He had 34 minutes a game, 46.8 field goal percentage, 41.4 3-point percentage, and an 85.3 free throw percentage, with 3.7 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 0.5 blocks, 0.8 steals, about 1.8 personal fouls, and 22.3 points per game. Overall, did go down in some numbers, so that's not great to see, but still very, very, very good. And looking at 17 games he played and started, with 35.1 minutes, 39.7 field goal percentage, 38.7 3-point percentage, and a 78.8 free throw percentage, with 3.9 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 0.3 blocks, 0.8 steals, and 2.6 personal fouls a game with 15 points a game in this postseason. Definitely not great. That was not great, but he is an X factor. He is a guy that you can look at and he can knock it down. He is a splash bro after all, so you know he's a great shooter. He's a great offensive guy, and he's a great defensive player. I think he gets underrated for that, but right now he is 3 because I don't know how he would do on his own. Number 2, DeMar DeRozan, age of 28. He is by far, I love DeMar DeRozan. I love him as a player. I love watching him. He's entertaining. His dunks are ferocious. The way he attacks the basket is fantastic. I think people definitely undermine his entire jump shot range, his mid-range, his ability to score from the outside. My opinion, I think he's definitely getting better at it. I think unfortunately him and Kyle Lowry sometimes do struggle in the playoffs, but that just shows how much of an impact he is. I would say without a DeMar DeRozan, without a Kyle Lowry, where would Toronto be? Do you know what I mean? So even saying that he has had some slip-ups, you're looking at where would DeMar DeRozan be? The reason, like I said, Klay Thompson is not on this list higher than him is because I feel like he has more of an impact in Toronto than Klay has at Golden State. I just feel like if you take Klay out of Golden State, you would still have the ability to win 60-plus games and probably win a title. So, I think taking DeMar DeRozan, you have a Toronto Raptor team that might not be able to get even to the playoffs. I just think he's a big part of their entire, pretty much their entirety of being the Raptors. Right now, the Raptors are super entertaining. I love watching the Raptors. I think they're such a good squad, and I feel bad that they get Cleveland a lot. Cleveland annihilates them most of the time. That's not nice because they are a very fun team to watch. I really do want to see them back in the conference finals. I would love to see DeMar DeRozan in NBA finals. Just him and Kyle Lowry are very entertaining. DeMar DeRozan is one of my favorite players. So, but you're looking at a guy that's a 3-time All-Star. He was an All-Star this past year. He got to the All-NBA third team. So yeah, he can rock with the best of them. So definitely don't shy away from it. He's got a 4-year, $111.2 contract, $111.2 million contract left. So I mean, he's pretty set on that. And on top of that, his numbers were fantastic last year. He exploded a lot. So let's just take a look at what he did. He played and started 74 games. He had 35.4 minutes a game, 46.7 field goal percentage, a 26.6 3-point percentage, and an 84.2 free throw percentage with 5.2 rebounds per game, 3.9 assists, 0.2 blocks, 1.1 steals, 1.8 personal fouls a game, and 27.3 points per game. So he was able to dominate, and then the 10 games that he was a part of in the playoffs, you're looking at 37.3 minutes a game, 43.4 field goal percentage, unfortunately .067 3-point percentage, not great, so 6.7 3-point percentage, along with an 88.8 free throw percentage, 4.9 rebounds a game, 3.4 assists, 1.4 steals, 2.6 personal fouls, and 22.4 points per game. Again, he needs help. Kyle and him definitely need help, and he needs to just get better with age. I think he will. I think he'll explode this year once again. I think he'll be an All-NBA again. He has a talent level for that, and he's just an entertaining guy to watch for sure. If you ever get to watch Toronto Raptor basketball, watch this guy. This guy really can get to the rim with the best of them, but also pretty good quickness and pretty good, in my opinion, getting better with his mid-range. He's just an entertaining guy to watch for sure. Number 1, James Harden, age of 28. Dynamic, moved from shooting guard to point guard last year, and nothing happened in terms of his decline. He just got better. He was able to show that he is a good passer. He was able to show that he is a pretty good rebounder. He was able to show that he's just an overall fantastic player that can take control of a game and put Houston in the position to win. And like I said, he didn't have all those key. He doesn't have key players right now. This offseason, he was able to get Chris Paul. That's fantastic, right? So now he's back to the shooting guard position, but he'll be point guard for a bit because Chris is out. But I mean, you're looking at James Harden able to push it down, and that's what I like to see. I like to see a guy that can, really take control. Unfortunately for him and the Rockets, they didn't make it past the Spurs in the second round. Spurs were just better than them. Harden was just not prepared enough. They were gonna definitely swallow up Harden no matter what they could do. He was not going to get the ball much. So that shows without him, without his production, team goes down. So again, impact on the team, yeah, I would say so. I think he has a huge impact on where this Houston team goes as an entire unit. Definitely Chris Paul's fantastic, but Chris Paul's 32. He's still in his 20s. He still is he's James Harden. He's got great handles. He's James Harden. So he is one of the best scoring machines in the game and one of the most entertaining players in the game. And again, he's got I believe he's got, actually he does, 3 years, $88.47 million left on his contract. Not bad. That's going to be pretty good to see. I hope he does get an opportunity to win a championship, compete for one at least. Again, he was an All-Star this past year. He made the All-NBA first team. So he was an assist leader this year. So goes to, not this year, but this past year. So overall, it just shows his diversity. It's just fantastic. He was able to beat Russell Westbrook for assists, so that's pretty good. It just shows that he can dominate a game, and that's great. Almost average a triple-double, just like we all know, just like Russ. But Russ is just more dynamic, more explosive. I don't know what to tell you. He's just all over the place. Fantastic player. Now, so James Harden played in 81 games, and he started in 81 games. He had 36.4 minutes a game, 44 field goal percentage, 34.7 three-point percentage, 84.7 free throw percentage, with 8.1 total rebounds a game, 11.2 assists. He had 0.5 blocks. He had 1.5 steals, 2.7 personal fouls a game, and 29.1 points per game. So fantastic. Now, postseason-wise, he showed up as well, especially scoring. Like I said, he's a great guy that can dominate. You're looking at 11 games he played and started, 37 minutes a game, 41.3 field goal percentage, 27.8 three-point percentage, so he was off there. 87.8 free throw percentage with 5.5 rebounds a game, 8.5 assists, 0.5 blocks, 1.9 steals, 3.9 personal fouls, and 28.5 points a game. So, yeah, fantastic numbers. Like I said, really fun player to watch. Really great shooting guard now that he is a shooting guard, back to where he is originally from. But I think he's going to get a little more involved now that they know that at point guard he's not bad. So, yeah, James Harden now, he is the best shooting guard right now in the league, as of right now.